Hi, this is JilliBling. How are you? I have a new stamp set or two, it's okay, and healing hugs. And this is a card kit that you will get with a May order. A May thank you for your order kit, $50 plus gets you the card kit, which I'll show you. $75 plus gets you a card kit and bling. So let me show you what I've got going on. First of all, the card. Isn't that fun? I did one similar to this 2 years ago, and it was with elephants. It was called Elephant Parade, and it's on my blog, and it was really cute, and it's just like this. I also saw this from Stamps and Lingers, and she did one similar, which made me think about how to do it. But I went to my Elephant Parade and had all the measurements right there. So the measurements to do this will be in the video description. But if you place the order, you'll get your card kit just like this for free in the mail. And I'll send them the 1st or the 2nd of the next month, because I wait until the end of the month, figure out how many I'm going to make, get them made, and get them in the mail right away. So this is what you'll get, this card kit. So I do two very different images on the front, just because when I send you your kit, it will have no stamped images inside, but that leaves you free to put whatever you have at home. And so these are very different. This is elegant, beautiful. The words they're very thoughtful. Hugs and Healing, on the other hand, is get well soon, and the little images are as cute as can be. So I want to do the one with the dog today. I was going to put the dog and the cat saying you're not alone, and then have the two of them snuggling on the inside, but they don't fit on the inside. It's just a small little area to stamp right here. And it's okay for it to be just the dog, because then I was thinking about it. If you give that card to somebody with the dog and the cat kind of looking at each other saying you're not alone, that works. When they're on the inside together, that works. But who would you send that to? I mean, if you're sending it to someone who's sick and you're also sick, the instance of that is kind of slim. Therefore, it's just going to be a dog, and he's just going to be feeling under the weather, and lots of paw prints. Okay, so here's the kit. Oh, let me show you a few things. Copy from Stamps and Lingers. Yep, that's what prompted me to go back to my old one. And hers is really cute too. And you can look that up, stampsandlingers.com. Also on this is iridescent faceted gems, which are right here. And I think they'd be good for on top of the ice pack. My favorite new dies, textured notes, rectangles of all sizes. This is just a wonderful die set. If you need rectangle dies, don't even think twice about it. This is it's a good set to get. And the paper is Floral Delight. And I'm happy that it's still available. It's really nice. Okay, so let's get started. So in the mail, you'll get your kit. And once you order and you know it's coming your way, just think, what do I want to put on there? So you'll get bling, word label, and I want to do some paper piecing today. So let's just start with that. So I'm going to stamp the dog right here on the little scratch white paper, and that comes in the back of the kit. Okay, cute as can be. And now, paper piecing. Have you done paper piecing before? I did it like a long time ago. We did it with the chef. That was so much fun. And I've done it a few times, like with the Volkswagen Bug, have that printed. So if it's a directional pattern, do your best to have the pattern going up and down so it matches the dog going up and down. If you put it on sideways, then, well, I guess this one it won't matter because the blanket is a bit askew. So And I just need to worry about getting, see how his tail is off? That's okay. I'm going to cut out his blanket, and it's going to be printed already. It's kind of fun. Okay, since I have this out, let me do the words. And bling is in there. 3 bling come with your kit. So if you haven't used elegant faceted gems, are they elegant faceted? Iridescent faceted gems. You'll have some now to try. And I'm going to use I'm Sorry You're Feeling Rough. Isn't that cute? Let me check it. If ever you're unsure, like I'm looking at this, it looks like it's a little bit off to the side a bit. So I'm just going to assume that right here, I see some lines through my paper. Okay. So if I'm stamping it on there, okay, I think I have it. I hope I have it. Yay! Look how cute that is. Look how good it turned out. Perfect for this card. Okay. So in the background of the white, and the card I have it looks like it's assembled, but I use temporary adhesive so that everything is loose, but at least you know where the pieces go. Just going to take this off. I'm going to use a blending brush just to do like a little pool party halo back behind the dog. On this sample, there was this little ... stamp in the stamp set, and I used that for a background. I also used it for on here. Did I put any on the inside? I don't think so. Maybe I should have. So I think that it needs just a little hint of a background. I don't want to put paws all over there. I think that would be too distracting. So I'm going to use blending brush, and I know the dog is going to go right about here. So if I touch down right here, and if it does a big splotch, that's okay. Did the splotch up there. The less ink that is on your blending brush, the softer it gets. And I'll probably just leave it at that. Even though it's not perfectly smooth, if I kept going over it with not much ink on here, it would get smoother and smoother. But I think the dog is going to steal the show. Okay, so the dog, and yeah, it's fussy cut. I was about to have this done in advance, but somebody one time said, how'd you get that done? Are there dies for it? And I thought it won't take too long. So I'm just leaving a little border. And I'll color in the dog with the blends. And I had to Google dog with ice pack on his head cartoon. Just because I didn't know where to start in coloring it. Of course I want to color all the dogs to look like Bo, but this dog is not Bo. This dog is different. He has cute little ears. He has kind of it looks like a different color mug. Bo doesn't have all that. Bo is a Tennessee Walker Coonhound. And to me, sometimes he looks almost like a beagle, except he's taller. He's bigger, that's for sure. Then I was thinking, what color should I do his little necklace and the ice pack? So the ice pack on the majority of the photos was either gray or blue. So I'm going to color it boho blue. I was thinking about pool party, but that's too similar to the blending brush that I just did. But that might be a good thing. Tony's off his lawnmower out there. He's probably going to come in and be loud, because that's what he does. Okay, so that's there. Look at us. We're getting there. This is here. Maybe his little feet can be on there. So cute. Okay, so for paper piecing, I'm interested in just his little blanket having the yellow gingham. So just to avoid confusion, I'm going to take off just roughly all the things that are not blanket, just because I easily get confused. Okay, there we go. like a cut down. His chest is going to be, all the pictures didn't show a dog chest, but mine is going to be white, like Bo. Okay, so obviously that's not cut very well. So when you go to cut, I'm going to cut, do the best that you can to cut it right on the line. And I know that's not always possible, especially with this one because the line is a bit thin. And I say cut it on the line because if you left a little border on the outside and the line was showing, you would have gingham outside of the blanket, and that wouldn't look good. If you cut it a little bit inside the line, then you might have a white border on the inside when you stick this down onto the dog, and that won't look good either. So I could see I was just a little bit over right there, but that's okay. And just do your best. And when you set it down, you might just love it, and that's how it needs to be. And then other times you're like, oh, I need to trim that just a little bit closer to the stamped Memento black line. Okay, his feet are going to be a color. Cutting and cutting. I guess you have to like fussy cutting if you're going to do paper piecing. Well, when we did the Volkswagen Bug, and I had some hippie type paper with those kind of flowers and those colors on it, because it was like a vehicle and it was a good size vehicle, that was really easy to cut. And you know, I was just thinking, the paper that's on the inside of this card, one side of it is kind of like a brown. So today I want to use this side. The other side of it is floral, which goes well with the other card. Give it a twist. If you have it, give it a twist and it'll just come off. It'll just release. But I'm thinking this paper might be good for quite a few other things too. Isn't it funny how trends come and go, like paper piecing, and for a while I was doing like lots of glitter. I don't know, what's old is new again. Shaving cream. It's been a while since I've done shaving cream. Okay, so there is the blanket. So I'll put it on here so you'll see where I'm going. So look at that. Now the blanket is gingham blanket. And you know how I was saying keep the, when you stamp it straight. But I think this one, because it's draping over the dog, it doesn't matter if you keep it straight or not. Okay, so let's color the dog. I'm kind of hesitating just because I have a plan. This is what Google told me. So I'm going to color it somewhat like that. With the blue top. That will be here. So I'll start with a light. All of it in light. Oh yeah, that's going to be a good color. Maybe even good for his necklace. He could be a boy. Boys could have yellow blankets, right? Okay, he's a boy now. Okay. Then a little bit of shadow in Boho Dark. Shadow right there, at that end, that end. Okay. So for his face, let's start with his nose. I'm going to do that in, because here they have it as black. Maybe I could click on them and they'll be big. Oh, that's good. So instead of doing black, if ever you have something to color that's black, I'd say do it in either black light or smoky slate. And that's because if you do it in black, all of the little detail in the stamped image goes away. So let me do this part and I'll hold it up. Not that it's all that fancy. Well, I'll do the top of the, because that's going to be my pretend metal lid. Okay. So imagine if you colored like his nose in the picture. Can you see the picture? This one right here, yeah. So in the picture, it's a black nose, but if I did that black, it would just now be a black blob. Can't have that. Okay, and then I'm thinking this is crumb cake. His, around his nose. So I'll start with light. And I have no idea how this is going to turn out. I hope it's cute, because I don't want to start all over again. Usually I have one halfway done, but because this is the only coloring, I don't. Okay, and I'm going to go back to the light and blend that just a little bit better, because you could see the dark and the light, and you could see the line. So if I take this, go over that line, just leave it. Okay, that's better blended. Okay, so then the next color I'm thinking is pecan pie. Pecan pie light, pecan pie dark. It's kind of this color. And I'm going to do mostly his body. Oop, got the other tip. That's okay. It's kind of thrashed. Okay, pecan pie. Light, everything gets light. I hope this turns out. Sometimes you put colors together and you're like, no, that doesn't work. Okay, and before I move on to another area, I'll do a little bit of pecan pie dark. Because I did a video the past few days, I don't have any stories to tell. Same old thing. A little shadow underneath the ice pack. Okay, and then I'm going to leave it like that. So to do the ears, see how these ears are darker? So I'm going to do a pecan pie dark. And then I have a skin color just for the shadows. So it's just like a hint darker. Maybe I'll do just one at a time for good blending. So this is SU 300. It should be a hint darker, just for down underneath. Oh yeah, that looks good. Okay, and this one is going to be mostly the dark color. Pecan pie dark. Okay, so we have that done. I don't know, I think maybe he needs to be an all brown dog rather than the white chest. Pecan pie light, I'm going to color in his whole chest. I don't know, it might have been cute white. That might have been distracting though. Oh, and I could color over the blanket because I'm going to put that piece of daffodil designer paper over it, the gingham. So I could color with Reckless Abandon. Yeah. Look at that. Color, color, color. Well, that's kind of fun. I might do paper piecing more often just for that. Look at that. Look what a mess. And it's good. Pecan pie. This is going to be for the shadows. Like down here where his chest dips in. Maybe under his necklace. His beautiful charm. Oh, he is so cute. Okay, and then let's do his feet. Let's see how it looks. Look how it covers it up. But I could see I have a little bit of the daffodil in there. And you know, I'm afraid that if I were to put the pecan pie dark right in there, because this paper, the designer paper, is different than the Stampin' Up! White, I have a feeling it would go kind of bleed over there. So I'll see if I notice that later. If so, I'll trim it. Otherwise, I'm just going to leave it. Okay, he's looking really cute. Maybe I could do some kind of shadows on the blanket panel, the little stitching, maybe. Okay, so onto the toes and the tail. It's all going to be pecan light, and then just a few shadows. I'll do 2 feet, then I'll do the tail. See, if I were to do it all right now, which would be very convenient, then I would have to spend a little bit more time on blending, where what I just colored is still a little bit wet, so it will blend for me. Okay. And the tail. I could go crazy, go out of the lines. When is it okay to color outside the lines? Yeah. Doing a second layer of color, and now a little bit of dark. I can't wait to put on that blanket. Probably because just a few minutes ago I was snuggling Warren, and he just had a really sleepy day. And when he gets sleepy, he just likes to be in my arms, which I love. Okay, so that goes there. Oh, he's so cute. He's just like Warren. That's why I wanted to do this one, because he's all snuggly. So if I were trying to do, I think I'm just going to leave it. I was going to try to take a color and go through here, but I know how the blends act on this paper. It's not pretty. Okay, so I will try to clean up that little part, and then I'll attach the paper piecing. If I show you the amount I'm cutting off, you're probably going to go, you need to just leave it. There, that much. Yeah. Okay, done with that. Okay, so on goes the blanket. Let's see if my thing is going to work. It's been acting up. So it's going to go, oop, it's really working. Right along here, up there, all the way down to this side. Back through here. Is that just as cute as can be? Slide it over a little bit. Okay, and there it is. Is he cute? I think he's going to be better once he's on here. I love him. Okay, so extra paper. Let's get to building this thing. So like I said, all the paper cut sizes, the score for this white piece is on there. Okay, so if you have a kit, just give it a little bit of a pull or give it a twist. The twist works really well. Twist. And if you don't want the glue, the temporary adhesive there, just roll it up and it will be gone. Okay. You know, it's kind of messy right here. Why? Because it happens every time. Like, see, I'm working in this much space. How does that happen? Every single time. Oh, we had to stamp something on here before I attach this. Okay, so I'll attach this designer paper. I could do that. And I could attach the focal point, the white paper that has the pool party on it. I get to attach that to the green piece. Isn't that pretty? Oh, I wanted to do the other side. Oh. Okay. If I were to turn it over, you'd still see the glue. I have a little bit more prepared just because a few people say it. I'm going to order in May. Otherwise, I would hold all this. Here we go. Let's try that again. Make it a little bit more dog-like. This one could go into the pile. So if you're ordering in May and you know you want the flowers, let me know because I have it ready for you. Yeah. Okay. Glue on the flower side so the brown dog cat side will show up. We get to order from the new catalog. That'll be fun. And May 2nd and May 3rd is double reward. So Stampin' Up! Started a new reward system where if you spend $20 plus, you earn rewards. And the rewards equal 10% of the merchandise that you order on this order, and then you can use the rewards on your next order. It really is, it's a good thing. It used to be where you had to get to 150 to earn rewards. Not anymore. $20 plus is all it takes. Okay. And this is going to go here. This will go in here on dimensionals. Big dimensionals. Okay, right about here. I want a little bit of the pool party showing through. And then this is going to go in here. That's really cute. Okay, so glue where his feet are in the bottom of the blanket, dimensionals on the rest of it. Okay, so right about there. Okay, and we can put the sparkles on. Sparkles. There's sparkles. So, I was going to do them as part of his ice pack, but I think just the ice pack, there's not that much room up there. Speaking of dogs, Bo was out there fussing. I think it's because Tony came in and then he went out. Okay, that's where it's going to go. I was thinking about moving down here lower, but that's okay. Okay, so let's stamp a little bit on the front, this part right here. And I want to do the Hope You're Feeling Better Soon and the Little Prince. So how about, let me see, I'll do Versamark for the little dog prints. I probably should do the words first, but I don't think that it will show up on, okay, this is a test to see how much it shows up. Because you know Versamark, whatever color you put it on, it will become one color darker. I don't think that that's showing up enough. Bo is over there crying because Tony left him inside. The dog prints show up? The feet footprints? Just have to push a little harder. See, that's still not showing up very dark. So maybe, maybe crumb cake? Nope. How about pecan pie or granite? Let's see if this shows up better. I don't want it to be really dark, like if it were in black. I think that would be too dark. So this is granite. That's better. Granite. Bo, come. You want to go out? Tony's trying to be quiet. Somebody left the dog in and the dog is whining. Ooh, I caught an edge. Okay, hope you're feeling better. Oh yeah, that's good. And then I'll put more of the little dog prints everywhere. And dog prints on the inside on the white. And on the sample one, I did words right down here at the bottom in black, and that turned out well. Okay, that's good. See right down here? Can you see that? That worked out well. So, Versamark dog prints everywhere. You know, it's all these little details that make our cards wonderful. And I'll hold it up close in just a minute. So Versamark at first when you stamp it is like, oh, that's not doing anything. But then, if you give it just a second, then you could see it. When I'm pushing hard to get a good impression, I keep on catching an edge. So I had to put on more dog prints. Some colors, the Versamark, it doesn't, there it goes, I did it again. More dog prints. More footprints. Okay. Do you see the little prints? And when I take a picture, I'll make sure to get them so in the photo so you can see them. And don't look how I caught an edge all over the place. Okay, that is good. We'll use this on the inside. Okay, so about the inside, this is going to go right here. Oh, hold on. Yes, it's going to go right here. So on here, I want to do the words, sending healing hugs to you. And I'll do that in black. Should test it. Oh, well that's nice. Glare. Oh, it's crooked. Okay. It's really crooked. Okay, time to recover. Let's turn all of this inside out. Okay, so how am I going to make it so it's not crooked? I think it's because it's crooked on there. Okay. I have a plan. And the plan is to put it on the block so that the text is straight. So I'm looking at the top line up here. Okay, text is straight. This is straight with that. When I turn it over, it looks crooked, but I should test it, test it, test it. I'm going to test it like this is the top of the card. That's better. Okay, let's try it again. Top of the card, top of the block. See, it looks like the stamp is crooked, but that's better. Okay, and I'm going to do some little dog prints right down here in Tryman Granite. See how that works? And I don't want to catch an edge. I think it's because the image is, it's not centered. Caught an edge. That's dog hair down there. Yeah. Okay, I think it's time to assemble. And at first I was thinking, oh yeah, that's kind of weak. But after you get it on the card, it's better. Okay, so that. I'll put this on, it'll help. So this goes right here. So when it's closed, those are together, and this is flat when the card is closed. Okay, so I'm going to start out with getting rid of temporary adhesive, which is causing distress because I did it inside out. Okay, back to where we were. That's how it is when it's closed. So I'm going to put adhesive all over the back right here. Okay, then that's going to be centered on here. Okay, I'm looking at the perimeter right here, not even worried about what's over there. Okay, that looks good. Now the card has to close, so I'm going to put glue just at the top of this piece, not down here in the crack, at the top of it, and then a little bit here, because it's going to go to about halfway. So, right here for sure, I'm going to do what I know, and then here, just a bit, then it's going to come halfway, and then over here, I know it's going to go the whole way. And if needed, if you don't get glue in the right places, first of all, get glue only where you know it goes, because you can always put more. Okay, close the door, because most important, it has to fit in an envelope. Okay. Okay, and check it while you can still pull it apart. That looks good. See how this piece, the white, is in here? Okay, so now when you attach this panel, you might be inclined to put glue all over here. You don't. You want it just on this piece right here. Not that one, like what I did the first time. Just on this one. So, when you look at this card, see how it's attached right here? and it's not attached here. So glue, I'm looking in the camera so I know what you're looking at. Glue just under this half of it, this side, not this side. There, now you can see. Okay, let's do it. Okay, so glue over here, not panel 1 white, but panel 2 white. And I'm going to stay inside of the old olive border, because if I get glue over there on the olive border, it's not going to move right. And get it a little bit close to the seam, a little bit on the inside, and then this piece will pop right into here. Oh, looking at all my dog prints, I think every one of them I was catching an edge. Okay, there it is. Okay, and let's see if it works. This part pops up. So when you're, it's going to work fine. When you're putting yours together, notice how the butterfly is outside the frame, but that's okay because of the way that it moves. This green leaf is outside the frame, but I'm letting it tuck underneath, and that's fine. These pieces are outside the frame, but they never are in the way of movement. Okay, so goes like that. Okay, here it is. I'm sorry you're feeling rough. Hope you feel better soon. Dog prints, caught an edge everywhere. Sending healing hugs to you. Is that just the cutest? Doesn't that make you want to do this one with the blanket and the kitty's arm bandage? Cute, cute set. Okay, so that's it for today's video. Let me know if you have any questions, and I hope you order so I can send one of these to you. I would love that. I would love for you to make this. And if you want to make it on your own, the paper cut sizes are at the bottom of the video description. Okay, thanks for watching. Have a great day.